What's good, y'all? It's your boy Reggie Artiste, and you are tuned in watching my Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 17, Episode 6 review. The next morning, after everything went down between Angela and Pinky, the girls are having breakfast, and they are talking. I think it was Cynthia, Pinky, and Drew, and maybe Shamia. I can't really remember. Y'all know Shamia bores me, so it's very hard for me to tell when she's in the scene. But I saw some previews from next week, so it looks like maybe she'll actually pick it up enough. At any rate, they were having breakfast and just pretty much talking about what happened the night before, and it was kind of lighthearted. But Drew basically did call out the fact that Pinky, was aggressive and that she came in hot, and Pinky was playing coy to the whole fact of the matter, and it was annoying because it's just like, girl, you definitely came in hot as fuck, and now somehow it wasn't that deep or whatever the case is, and whatever. I don't really care for Pinky. I thought that I was going to like her, but I don't really care for her. She's very performative to me. So whatever. Breakfast is done, and then the girls are getting ready to go out. Cynthia lets them know who's going to be in what group and who's going to be with who and who's going to do what, excuse me. And so the girls split up, and they it's a group going here and it's a group going there. So Cynthia, Shamia, Drew, and Kelly, they leave and they go wherever they were going. I forgot what activity it was, but they were going to do it, and they're on the Sprinter or the bus, whatever you want to call it, and they're riding and they're talking, and this whole shit about this bedroom situation comes up again. And it just was annoying. And I was so glad that 50 Cent finally clocked in, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying that I would not be upset if my room had some imperfections and everybody else got all of these glamorous rooms. That's not what I'm saying at all. But y'all act like the fucking house is Cynthia's. Like her name is on the fucking mortgage or something. It's not her house. So at the end of it all, she did what she could. And that's not to say as a host that you're supposed to be like, look, I did what I could. I'm done with it. But at some point, it's a way that you come to people about things. It's a way to do everything. And for y'all to be so upscale and have so much class and be so rich and this, that, and the third, y'all don't have any couth at all. Because how I would have done it, first of all, I would have never made that big scene the night before. Oh, I can't come to dinner because my room is dirty. You had probably a little speck on the bed. The toilet had regular wear and tear on it. Okay, cool. Bring some seat covers, lay some tissue down on the damn toilet. I don't know what you had to do, but I wouldn't have done all of that. And then the next day, if my room had not been cleaned, I wasn't going to be like, yeah, and the room still wasn't clean and just all that extra shit. Like, how fucking old are y'all? All you had to do was pull Cynthia to the side and be like, listen, I know that you have been doing everything that you can to try to make sure that we've all been having a good time and make sure that accommodations are met for us, but our rooms haven't been cleaned yet. Like, is there someone that we could talk to? Like, how can we get this sorted out? How can we fix this? There was nothing of the sort that was like that. You get the energy back that you put out, and y'all put out all of this rough ass damn energy. So yeah, like, how else did you think that the girl or the woman was going to come back at y'all? She was irritated. She done had a couple of shots of tequila already by that point, and 50 Cent clocked in, and she shut y'all ass up. Shamia kept trying to interrupt Cynthia while she was talking to Kelly, and I was so glad that Cynthia put her veteran hat on and was like, I'm talking to Kelly right now. Yeah, Kelly, not Shamia, not you. Because what are y'all now? Y'all twins? Like, this is another grown woman. Let her speak for herself. And I was just glad that Cynthia shut it down. Y'all too old to be making those types of complaints in that type of manner. If you displeased, leave. I was so glad when Cynthia said that. If it's that bad, get your ass on the plane and leave. But they didn't do that. They don't want to do that. You know why? Because they want that camera time. Yup. So yeah, like, get the hell out of here with that. So then we have the second group. I think Angela, K. Michelle, Phaedra, and Portia. And, they're discussing, everything that happened last night. Angela pretty much was like, look, I said what I said. She said what she said. Arguments happened. It was a disagreement, whatever. And K. Michelle basically was like, Pinky is going to take up for her friends and she's going to ride hard for them. And, this, that, and the third. She pretty much just supported Pinky. Not in a way that was like, yeah, Pinky was right, but supported Pinky in a way of like, oh, well, she didn't really mean any harm, which I felt like was bullshit. Because again, she came in very hot and aggressive, so she meant harm, and she wanted to come like, yeah, I'm not to be played with. That's the energy she came with. Like, girls, sit down. So the girls do their activities or whatever. Can't really remember what they were, and there might have been some memorable moments that happened, just none that were memorable to me. So group one, they got to do the wine tasting, and they sat in between the horses, and Phaedra was being extra flirty, whatever she said to the man, and I'm just like, girl, please. She just want to be so young and fun so bad. And I'm not saying she's an old woman. I'm not saying that being in your 40s or close to 50 is old. My mother is 57, still gorgeous, still full of life. You know what I'm saying? Still fun, still funny. But girl, sit down and provide something else other than being a commentator and suddenly a confessional thug. Her and Kelli actually hold hands when it come down to that part. But they sitting there, they having the wine tasting, they keep having the same comments about, oh, we sitting in the horses. Like, okay, y'all, we get it. Again, more childish behavior from adult women. We get it. It's a weird spot to be in. Cool, whatever. So actually, I messed up. That's group two. And then group one, they went to a restaurant that had this bull outside. I'm gonna tell you this is what made me say Pinky was performative as hell. Because at the end of the day, like, girl, that damn bull is not gonna be hurt from you sitting on top of it. I don't know why she gotta make such a big deal about being a vegan. I'm vegan. I'm vegan. Oh no, I'm vegan, so I'm not gonna sit on it. Oh, it's not a vegan choice. Like, look, you the only person that's vegan out here on this trip, and y'all in Dallas, Texas, it's plenty of barbecue there. Like, and they get inside the restaurant, and she made a big deal about it. And again, I was so happy because, like, yeah, girl, you don't run shit here. This shit not about you. You not bigger than the program. I'm sure that they had a nice Cobb salad, or well, she probably don't eat eggs, but they had some salad that you could have ordered at that damn restaurant. And then you ordered French fries that they probably fried meat in, talking about how vegan you are, but you didn't ask them what type of oil they used and how it was done and how it was prepared because you are vegan. You was, oh, I'll just take French fries. So fucking performative. I'm tired of her ass. I am. And so that was another thing for me. And I was so glad because group two, they little wine tasting, it was boring to me too. I don't have nothing to talk about from that either. I know that I want to say that Shamia's name may have come up, but I don't remember Portia really saying anything about it, so I didn't really care. I know that it's been noticed that Kelli is so concerned about Portia. So, at any rate, back to group one at the restaurant. Because 50 Cent, like I said, excuse me, like I said, she was clocked in the entire time. And I was happy for it. I really was. She let Pinky ass have it. Because yes, you are aggressive. And then you want to sit here and try to paint this narrative about the plight of black women and how we can't speak up for ourselves. That don't have shit to do with the price of tea in China. Especially when it comes down to your funky ass attitude. You want people to think that you this big dog. You want to come off a certain type of way. And when you getting called out for it, you want to try to use the pro-black woman speech. This is not that, baby. It's not. It don't have anything to do with you sticking up for yourself or standing your grounds or fighting for your rights or any of that. You inserted yourself in some shit that had nothing to do with you. And just like Cynthia said, you didn't even talk to me. You heard what they had to say. Keep in mind, Kelli and Shamia was quiet as fuck while this whole exchange was going on. They had nothing to say to back you up. Meanwhile, you got read down to the ground the night before to try to support them. Like, let's be fucking for real. You got to grow up. Stop kissing ass. Stop trying to find a tribe. Let your tribe find you and let things flow organically. You trying to hang on too many titties around here. And I don't like it. And it's annoying. And you are aggressive. And you are coming in hot. And you do talk too damn much. And you are performative. Don't like you. So once everything was said and done, she tried to shut the conversation down like she always do. And again, I know in my previous review, I was like, I like how Pinky shut that down when they was having a conversation at the giveaway. But now that I'm starting to see the pattern and how she is, Again, performative. She wants to be seen as the big dog that people be like, oh, Pinky don't play. Girl, please. And so you wanted to shut something down between Shamia and Phaedra that wasn't even that serious, wasn't even that deep, wasn't even going that far, was nothing like that. But you want to have this narrative painted around you. So congratulations, you got the narrative. It just didn't come in the package that you thought it was going to come in. Miss Aggressive. So Cynthia shut her down. She let it be known, like, you don't run every conversation. You don't run the conversations that I'm a part of, and you can't dictate how things is going to go. You say your piece, and then you think you want to shut things down. I don't like people like that, because that make me want to get active. I'm just going to be honest, because you got to say everything that you wanted to say, and now when I'm starting to deliver what I'm delivering, now you want to shut the conversation down. No. You going to hear what I got to say, boo. Period. So she just let her know, like, how she looks and how it's coming off and how people are seeing her right now. And she's going to have to receive that, because, girl, that's just what it's giving. Sorry. And then, you know, the girls get back from their activities and they lunch and everything. They come back to the house or whatever. Again, like I said, it's been so much in between, and we on episode 6, and it's just 2 episodes that's starting to pick up this season. Next week we'll be on episode 7, and most of it will still be unmemorable to me, to be honest. Like, so the girls get ready for dinner, they get on the sprinter, and then the whole big shebang between Kelli and Portia. Excuse me. It's so many of them to keep up with this season. But between Kelli and Portia, that happens. And yes, Angela did start it, but I'm going to tell you why I like Angela as the bone collector. Because I don't think she's doing it to be messy. A lot of these girls say shit that they didn't say to the other person. And it's just like, look, don't be hard and don't let your balls hang when you're not around that person. But then when you're around that person, everything is everything. Stand on it. And so, again, like I said in my last review, if you're not ready to stand on some shit, then don't do and say it in front of Angela, because she's going to make sure that you stand on it, because she stands on hers. It's not nothing that she ain't said yet in the confessional that she ain't said to none of them other girls' faces. So there's that on that. Do I think that it was the right time to start it? Yeah. Better on the sprinter than to wait till y'all get to dinner and trying to enjoy your meal. Sorry, Angela can do no wrong for me right now. Haven't seen it. What I will say is that I'm not fucking with Kelli, period. And I'm going to tell you why. When that argument took place between Portia and Kelli, first off, you didn't say that you slept with a married man, but you damn sure didn't deny it. And the fact that Phaedra was your saving grace, you need to be kissing her feet, because this man would be exposed, probably getting a divorce, and then the truth would be out about you opening your legs to a married man. Why you so worried about what Portia do with hers? With her pussy. I tried to refrain from saying that, but at the end of the day, like, why you so concerned? Okay, we know what she did. She slept with Simon. She met that lady's husband after that lady invited her into her home and didn't marry him. It's old news. It's over. Was it messed up? Yes, but it's done. Why are you concerned about it? She didn't sleep with your Pillsbury Doughboy looking ass ex-husband, so it don't matter. Mind your damn business and move on. Again, this your 2nd season. We in the 7th episode damn near, and you still worrying about what the fuck Portia did with Simon. Talking about your standards. Just like I said in my last video about what she said on this sprinter this week when I saw the preview. What standards? You live in a fucking townhouse. That's what you need to be worried about. And you sitting here, you couldn't wait to have a moment with Portia. You were waiting on that. You could not wait, because you feel like if you can have a problem with one of the vets and one of the favorites, that's going to keep your peach, so you can keep getting that check, because you ain't got no money coming in from anywhere else. And then to bring up R. Kelli, because based off of what I heard, Portia slept with him, but it was not consensual. She slept with him out of fear. And I know a lot of people that has happened to. And if that is the case and that is the truth, that is rape. That's not consensual. And you decided to use something that she shared to try to tear her down. Don't make me like Portia this season, because I never even seen it for Portia like that, except for maybe the first season that she joined. Because I don't like the way she move either. Let's keep that clear. But at the end of the day, you dragging it, and you reaching, and you doing too damn much. Looking like Baby Bop. I'm sick of the Three Musketeers, and that's Pinky, Shamia, and Kelli. So I'm just gonna leave it at this. Kelli gonna have to find her something better to do. I'm bored with you making Portia your storyline, you and Shamia. And I'm just going to need something else. At any rate, that's my review. Please like, comment, and share. And you all have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you next week.